Tom Banton is a player who I've thought was one of the best talents in England. He was that good that I genuinely believed he was in the same class as Shimon Gill, Harry Brook and Prithvi Shaw, all whom played in the Under-19 World Cup in 2018. We know how Shaw ended up, but whilst Gill has shown flashes in Test cricket, in ODIs he's undoubtedly been world class. And you can see his work ethic and desire and how he wants to be the next Indian superstar. Harry Brook has been unbelievable also in test matches with all the runs and hundreds that he's scored. Tom Banton in 2019 had the world at his feet. He was picked for England on the back of some unbelievable innings in the T20 Blast, and this was a man who drew comparisons with Kevin Peterson. He even got an IPL contract with KKR, which as a foreigner of that stage of his career is some going. It just shows how highly rated he was and the ability he had. It was quite clear at this point he hadn't quite cracked the Red Bull code, but you felt like that was only a matter of time because of how good he was. For England, he played a few games in 2020 and made a brief comeback in 2022, but it wasn't as a permanent addition to the side. I think what we've seen from Banton, he's shown flashes of brilliance in T20s up until this year, but he hasn't quite put a marker down in any of the formats. And you can see this in his stats, they're all quite middling. He mentioned in an interview that he took his foot off the gas a little bit in terms of training after the fast start to his career, but now it seems like he's back and he's on the right track. This year he has 200s in the ILT20, made his ODI comeback versus India, and finally found some championship form by scoring an unbelievable 371 against Worcestershire, and I think that was a big box for him to tick, as he only has 300s in 42 first class matches. I think there still are a few question marks over his game. In the Red Bull format, I don't think he's proven against the moving ball, nor has he demonstrated exceptional ability versus spin. And when you look at where England need batsmen, it's at the top of the order. So for him to get in the test match side, he's going to need to do two things. A, he's going to need to get a lot more hundreds this season so the selectors can't ignore him, and B, he's probably going to have to settle for batting up the order. I think what's more likely is a spot in the ODI or T20 side where he does bat at the top anyway. With Duckett, Salt and Butler in these positions, he's probably in a shootout with these players, and all of these players have their merits and have performed well and have a lot of credit in the bank, so it'll be a brave decision for the selector to drop one of those, but that's how he's going to get into the side. Overall, whilst the 371 will be a great platform for him this season and get him in the headlines, he needs to have one of those bumper seasons where he averages 70 or 80 with the bat and scores 6 to 900s to be someone that the selectors can't ignore and have to get into the side. But let me know what you think of Tom Banton in the comments, and do you think he'll play for England this summer?